Hey, what's up you guys? Keegan here, and today I'm going to be explaining why I was out of town for the week. I'm not going to edit this video whatsoever. That's why there was no intro, and there's going to be no cuts or anything. I just want to let you guys know that now. Okay, I can do this. So, we left Monday because, as you all know, my grandpa was in the hospital. And later that night, we were in the hospital, and I went back to visit him because he was in ICU. He couldn't hear, he could hear me, he couldn't respond. He was completely knocked out, and yeah. So, we left ICU because it was getting late. It was like 9 o'clock and visiting hours were over at 10. So we go outside of the ICU center, and my mom and dad told me that he was on ventilation, because he had pneumonia in his lungs, which is where you get fluid in there and you cannot breathe on your own. So he had tubes going down into his lungs that made him breathe. And the next day, or not the next day, but right after we got out of ICU, my mom said on Tuesday they were going to take the ventilations off and he was going to die. There's only one other way they could have kept him alive, and that was the one way he always told us that he did not want to live. And that is being hooked up to a machine in a nursing home, and he didn't want to live like that. So on Tuesday, 10 o'clock in the morning, they took the tubes and the ventilator off of him, and he died. But it is for the better, because his lungs and his kidneys and his hearts were all starting to fail. And there's just no way. So Friday was his funeral. And earlier in March this year, my aunt had passed away too. And she got cremated, so we buried her ashes with him. So, and my grandpa, he was in the military for 22 years, which is a very long time. And I couldn't ask for a better person to be my grandpa. Now, at the funeral, he got full military service for his years in the wars. He served 2 terms in Korea during the Korean War, and he served 1 in Vietnam. So they did the 21 gun salute, which we have some of the shells and all that from when they did it, because we ended up finding some. And then they had the soldiers there, and they had put an American flag over his coffin, and the soldiers picked it up, wrapped it, put 3 of the shells from the 21 gun salute in there, and they presented it to my grandma. And it was really hard. So he ended up giving me a lot. He gave me his truck, which I'm so glad. He gave me and my dad so many guns. He was just such a great person, and I know he's up there watching me right now, and he's watching, and I hope he's watching over all you guys as well, because he should. So And the reason this was so hard on me is because when I was younger, I lived like 10 minutes away from my grandma and grandpa's house. Now I live 2 hours from there. But every day, because my dad and mom both had work during the day, I would go to my grandma and grandpa's house, and I would spend the day there, and then I'd go back home in the night after my dad and mom got off work. So, as you probably know, I spent a lot of time with them. And I am going to edit this a small bit just to put something in at the end that you'll see. But I spent a lot of time with him, and he was always so supportive of the YouTube and all that, and that's him, really. He is such a good person. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. That is why I haven't been uploading recently. Subscribe to join the Beast Army today. And remember, stay Beast.